Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Koholim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahashim Rachachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Achwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yahna Nawah. Just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And yeah, this article right here. Hey, this place is doomed, man. It's really falling and collapsing, man. It says the FCC urges broadcasters to air patriotic content for America's 250th birthday. Well, if this place was so goddamn good, you wouldn't have to ask. They would be more than happy, ecstatic to air. You know what I'm saying? Patriotic content. Everybody will be running around with patriotic shit. You know. But this place is trash, and your 250th year is really just the start of your fall, considering with all the shit you got going on. Anyway, it says FCC Chair Brendan Carr launched the Pledge America campaign, urging broadcasters to air civic education content and start each day with the national anthem. Okay, so come on, bro. The initiative, coordinated with Trump's Task Force 250, comes as the FCC investigates ABC's The View over equal time rules. Hey, because remember at one point he was talking about making the American people watch the Army versus Navy football game. I think, or better yet, some to the extent of no other sports being played the day that's being played, or within the time slot or the same hour. Because people are not watching that shit, man. Matter of fact, State of the Union was on the night before last, I think it was there. And I had one TV on with that shit on there, but I had another TV on, the bigger TV. Well, you have that split screen where you can watch 4 different things at one time. Man, it was a whole bunch of games where people was at them damn games, man, just enjoying themselves. And people wasn't at home trying to listen to you tell them same old fucking lies over and over again, man. These people are not real patriotism. People would be at home watching urgently on their TVs as to what a president of a nation is about to say for a State of the Union. Man, people was doing whatever. Matter of fact, it wasn't even that many viewers like that watching that shit. I think at best, with Fox, they're kind of show like Fox Live or whatever. Man, it was probably about 100 or so thousand people watching that shit out of 340 million people or whatever. Come on, bro. If people not patriotic here, these people they don't want to go to your military. You got half the country against the other half of the country, and it's really that division. This is really the reason why he would have to even say something this stupid, man. Okay, but it says on the third bullet point, FCC Democratic Commissioner Anna Gomez called on broadcasters to defend the First Amendment rights and resist government interface. Okay, so it's back and forth, man. Let's get that one quick scripture on this division and this boy. Let me get the one in Mark. I always read it from Matthew. Let me see. Mark 3 and 23. I'll try it in the Amplified. It says, so he called them to himself and spoke to them in parables. How can Satan drive out Satan? If a kingdom is divided, split into factions and rebelling against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan has risen up against himself and is divided, he cannot stand, but is coming to an end. And that's what's going on, man. That's what's happening out here. Let's get that one in Amos. That's sad, man. When you gotta, push for your people to be patriotic, man. This is the most unpatriotic place in the world, man. It used to be, but that just lets you know that we're witnessing the fall of our enemy, which I can get that too. Amos 3 and 3. Can two walk together except they be agreed? This is beautiful, man. Matter of fact, before I get this, I'm gonna grab the apocryphal. But look, check this out. This is America right here. Kansas just ordered thousands of trans drivers to surrender their valid license. And I was reading through this shit, man. You know, you got people in the comment boards mad. You got some people that's like, hell yeah, bunch of division within this. You know what I'm saying? Because here you go, your country is so wicked that you will even allow this to even happen. So they don't have a grace period. They just basically gonna enact a law, and if your ass get caught driving, you don't have the correct credentials, saying you a damn man when really you a man, you running around looking like this motherfucker right here. If you know, all that, and matter of fact, the birth certificates too. I forgot about that. The birth certificates as well. You know, so and actually, this particular they allowed them to do this, but they're making them pay to change that shit. So you got to come to the courthouse or your DMV or wherever. You got to bring that old driver's license. You got to bring them damn birth certificates. You know what I'm saying? All them changes that you made. Now you got to bring all that shit. They're gonna destroy your shit, but they're gonna and crazy work is like, how are they gonna make you take a new picture? They gonna make you say, nah, you can't come looking like no goddamn chick today. You let your damn 5 o'clock shadow, your scruffy beard or something grow out, then come take your picture. So how is that gonna, you know? And then you're gonna get a lot of lawsuits from this shit, because you know this is just the way that this place is. These people, you know, they are insaturated with the right to just be wicked. That's the freedom of America. You know, they get to talking about land of the free. Yeah, you free to self-destruct. That's pretty much it. But anyway, I wanted to get that scripture in the Apocrypha. Beautiful times, man, we living in, man. This place is being exposed for being just a damn cesspool. It's a sewage, man. This is Ecclesiasticus, also known as the Book of Sirach in the 1611 King James Bible. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's what we're watching, man. And this place is caving. The infrastructure is terrible. The roads are fucked all up. I know here in Michigan, we had a whole bunch of water, old ass pipes from like the 1800s burst throughout the city, and now they talking about the residents. They're raising the water bill, you know, and all this other shit for the residents to pay for all that old ass shit when the residents been paying all along. You should have been putting money into that type of stuff all along. So now here you go, you got people already paying high ass rent. The rent done went up. Your car insurance done went up. Your fucking medical insurance done went up. Your food done went up. You know what I'm saying? So, and people ready to lose it, man. This place is done. People are becoming unhinged. I seen a video yesterday. I wanted to save the shit. No, it was on TV though. I'm watching it on I don't know. What's this one chick name? I can't think of it. She's on one of them news jump balls though. But I seen the story. The motherfuckers just sitting at the light. 2 cars sitting at the light. A Ram truck. I remember one of the truck being a black Ram. I can't think what the other car was, but they literally sitting at the light, and the fucking cars fell through the ground. Fell through the ground. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can find this shit. Maybe if I can, I will. But if I can't, because I wanted to take that shit down. I was like, God damn! I'm looking at it like, imagine sitting at a red light, and all of a sudden the ground give, and your damn vehicle is now underground, basically. Salakia. Let me see if I can find it. I think this is it right here. It was in Nebraska. I think it was. Hold on, let me see. It says the event took place at the intersection of 67th Pacific Street when the road suddenly collapsed. No injuries was reported, and bystanders helped the drivers escape the vehicles before the first responders arrived. Authorities believe the sinkhole was caused by a water main break. See, I didn't know that. But just imagine, because people could have been driving. They just sitting there. Let's play the video, you know, and this is for educational purposes only. If I can get the video to play, I will. Because I haven't played it as of yet. I just searched for it and tried to find it. But just imagine you driving through that light. Because check out how these cars are in this hole. Check it out. Let me see if I can play it.
Nobody could have
expected. Look at that.
It was just something that just randomly happened.
For UNO
this shit crazy.
Tyler Daniel, it was quite a shock.
We just heard a loud noise, and I ended up just looking back and seeing 2 cars in a sinkhole.
UNO Public Safety shared this security video from a parking garage camera. The 2 cars are stopped together at the intersection for 7 seconds. before this.
Just hoping that everybody was safe and just praying for them in any way I can.
The two vehicles behind them slowly back up just in case the sinkhole expands, while other drivers swoop in to help. We see the driver of the pickup crawling across the hood to escape. He then helps pull the other man out of the hole.
When I came up about 10 minutes after it happened, dude, there's a hole in the ground and 2 cars are in it. So that threw me off.
Mark McCarthy lives next door to the
Hold on, you see the homeboy sweatshirt. Look at what his hoodie say. Let me back it up. His hoodie say Kingdom. Look. I don't know what it say underneath, but it says Kingdom. And he may not be an Edomite, but really this is the fall of his kingdom, and it's the start of our kingdom. Matter of fact, let me get that second address. That's the spirit. That shit funny as hell, man. I was looking at that shit yesterday, and I couldn't do nothing but giggle because me and the brother be talking about this. The brother, he be going in. Matter of fact, I'm sure I gotta send him this video. If he don't see this video first, I'm gonna have to send him this video because he's notorious for doing these particular types of lessons, man, on the decay of Esau's kingdom. He just done one recently on the I think the water bursting pipes here in Detroit, and somewhere else he done a lesson on. Been a few weeks back, but he normally, the brother, the beloved brother Allah, he know what I'm talking about. He be doing videos on the decay of this man's kingdom, man. So I know he gonna see that and probably have a field day, man. Anyway, let me see. What was that? Second address 6, and let me start at verse 7. It says, Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting of the times? Salakia. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? And when shall there be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. See? So this man's kingdom is falling. Esau Edom, which is the biblical name for the so-called white race, is falling. And the kingdom of Yashar Allah, or the, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the original Israelites, man. Our kingdom is coming, man. Right? And then they just block off the damn street in the back that you can see right here. How the fuck you know the rest of it is not going to fall? You should have blocked off all that shit. And then you got cars just driving looking stupid. You not afraid that, the spot where your damn car is sitting at is not going to fall through this shit too? I'd have been throwing my shit in reverse and getting the fuck away from that, man. Anyway.
And 2 cars are in it, so that threw me off.
Mark McCarthy lives next door to the intersection.
Stuff like this doesn't happen all the time.
Shortly after the cars went under, Mark's roommate discovered a whole new issue.
He was going to take a shower and the water pressure was kind of low.
That's when he realized.
Going to wash the hands, it had no water at all.
While frustrating, Mark says he's just glad that everybody is safe.
Through as hell. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send this to the Ak, man. But hey, let's go back. What was it? That shit almost made me forget what I was even going into. This place is through, man. This shit right here is crazy. Cause Esau, he allows this type of stuff to happen, man. Where you got a person that can go to the DMV, and that's like a person saying, you know what, I identify as a clown. And you go and you got on the red motherfucking wig, you got the big ass red nose, you got on the rainbow fucking clown suit with the big red shoes and shit, and you like all right, we'll take my picture, shit, and I could change my name or whatever. This place is just through, bro. It really is, man. But what's this guy? Let me see. Back to that's pretty much about it. I wanted to jump back on homeboy right here. He begging these networks and shit, right? To urging broadcasters to air patriotic content, man. Let me see this part. They want urging broadcasters to air civic education content and start each day with the national anthem. You so-called white people, man, y'all should be up in arms with this shit. You should be, first thing you should be doing when before you brush your damn teeth, you should be jumping right out of bed, saying your Pledge of Allegiance and singing that dumbass song, You know, because ain't no use in you praying to white Jesus first. You should be doing all that before you brush your teeth, man. Okay, it says the head of the Federal Communications Commission urged U.S. broadcasters on Friday to air patriotic pro-America content to mark this year's 250th anniversary of the United States founding. See, these Edomites are prideful, man. See, they'll talk about this 250th year anniversary, but in the meanwhile, you want to get rid of all the museums, all the evidence in the museums of how you treated the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. You don't want nothing to do with that history, but you're proud of the 250 years of the bullshit, man. You know? And we're happy to see this place fall. Okay, so it says he suggested broadcasters could voluntarily, voluntarily take part in the semi-quincentennial celebrations by running nonpartisan public service announcements, short segments, or full special promoting civic education and American history. Well, you ain't gonna show none of the history of the slavery. Isn't that a part of American history? See, these people are hypocrites, man. Lighting the incense locked. Yeah, they hypocrites. Let's get that hypocrite scripture in Job. Hypocrites. Yeah, have your people have them broadcast how you got the land. Broadcast that. What about that, man? I bet you they not gonna broadcast that. Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. So yeah. This joy that you have, you hypocritical bastards, is only for a hot sec, because it's starting to cave now. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. And you don't know what dung is, man. That's taking the number 2 on the toilet. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. So eventually you're going to restore the goods of the children of Israel, man. And it's really going to come with ass kickings throughout the rest of your existence, man, when our Lord comes. You're going to work double time. You're going to put in double time to work to build up our kingdom like we built up yours. And then we're going to just be done with you, just like how you basically done with us now. Overall, so his bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of ass within him. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly. Wee boy, hey, it's not looking good for you Edomites, man. But this right here is a perfect example of a beautiful fall. You gotta beg people to fucking broadcast your so-called success of being a country, man. Okay, but he said they could also choose to start each other's day broadcast with the Star Spangled Banner or the Pledge of Allegiance, and could air music by major American composers. See that? The announcement comes as the Trump-led FCC has repeatedly clashed with broadcast networks. Here you go. You are breaking all the laws of the Constitution. You're taking away one of the main fundamental rights of the people, which is freedom of speech. Freedom to gather and protest. But yet here you go, 250 years in, this guy done shitted on everything that the 250 years supposedly put together in 1 year. Crazy work, bro. Okay, it says Carr, who named FCC chair by President Donald Trump in January 2025, initiated a practice of saying the Pledge of Allegiance, a patriotic oath, before the FCC's monthly meetings. Well, yeah, y'all say it. That you should be saying it. But here you go. You want to get our kids in school while we doing a damn 12-hour shift and have our kids in school putting their hands on their hearts and pledging allegiance to this wicked ass place, man. Come on, bro. It says complaints against broadcasters. And see, a lot of these broadcasters too, you know, they don't like what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you've been fucking with their shows. You've been trying to censor, you know what I'm saying, their shows and shit like that, man. So they like, man, what the fuck you? You go on TV and do it yourself. Get you some, buy some airtime from us. You know how much them damn Super Bowl commercials cost. Buy some airtime from us, and we'll play your little commercials, whatever you want to play. It's a money game. Okay, so it says this week, Carr confirmed that the FCC is investigating ABC's The View over whether it violated equal time rules when it aired an interview with Texas State Representative James Talarico, a Democrat running for the U.S. Senate. So it's all that back and forth with this Republican Democrat. You see, Trump has used, he's weaponized that whole shit. Everybody that he placed in office and in these particular positions where he had them at, he has weaponized everything, bro. Everything. Everything is weaponized and at his disposal to fuck you over, man. If he feeling like you was a political rival, or if he don't like something that you say. And these people are doing it, man. And no one's stopping them. So your 250 year of your Constitution, this man been shitting on for the past 14 months. And nobody's up in arms about it. Anyway, we won't even have to read on any further, because you know they go on with the Stephen Colbert, who else? They was on a few of those late night show host asses, you know, Saturday Night Live shit, you know, a whole bunch of shit. But this is embarrassing, man. This is truly embarrassing, really, in reality, man. But your infrastructure is falling, and you know, that guy with the Kingdom hoodie on, that's some funny shit, man. You at a light, bro. Imagine had they been coming through that light doing 45, regular speed limit, all of a sudden your car just nosedive because the damn road done collapsed. Perfect